So what's like a day in the life of Joe Langton? What are your responsibilities? What do you do? Have they changed? Do you do anything?
Well, so
I'm kidding.
well, I suppose as I become more successful with business, there are some that think I do nothing. But I believe I do more.
I know. I was joking. I was joking for the viewers.
As time goes on, more and more I do more and more what I want to do and less of what I don't want to do. So I think anybody that works here can openly say, if I was interviewing Langton, employees or members on this podcast right now, I think any one of them would agree. I never ask anyone to do something I wouldn't do. So I plow snow, I dig ditches, I dig trees in, I roll trees in, I do all the things everybody does, right? But I do less of that now because I trust that the people I have can do those things. I'm getting to a point where I'm not having to show up to every snow event anymore, which is great. I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. I'll go back to Howard. I remember as a 20-year-old kid, as a matter of fact, I still remember I was in Elgin. I'm sitting at a distribution house that he had, and I'm plowing, and Howard called and said, "Man, I need to go to sleep. I'm nauseous. I have to go to sleep." And I remember thinking to myself, like, what the F is going on? Like, what does he mean he's got to sleep? I'm full of piss and vinegar. I'm a young guy. I'm out there pushing snow, just counting the flakes, as they're coming out of the sky, thinking about the dollar bills. And now I'm 41, and I totally see what Howard said. And hopefully, Howard, hopefully you'll be tuning into this the one day. Yeah, you just can't do it. Like, snow removal is a young man's game, young woman's game. It starts to catch up to you. It's hard to be up all night. The longest I ever did was 57 hours. Hopefully I'll never do more than 57 hours because I have people that do that for me now. So I still go out and do it, so they know that I respect that they do it. But day in the life for me is just networking, interacting with people, making them feel appreciated, making them feel needed, but also staying out of their way and letting them do what I hired them for, and not, I think I do more of like guiding or steering at this point,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How did you get to be an industry leader?
I think anyone that's an industry leader really only gets there because they assemble a great team of people. So we're industry leaders because of my brother John. We're industry leaders because of Tanner, Tony, Kyle, you. I could go on and list all the people that work for us. And honestly, some of the people don't still work for me. Unfortunately, sometimes people move on. But I'm still an industry leader because of the time they put in. At the end of the day, all companies are just an accumulation of what their people have built over the years. So I'm grateful for everybody that's ever been here. I'm grateful for anyone that's ever followed my leadership and lead and tried to build what I hope to build, because without them, I wouldn't. So that's what makes us successful.
Yeah. So if you were starting all over again, you were back to your 19, 20-year-old self, is there anything you'd tell them that would be to do that in that time period would have been invaluable to them? Like, looking at it like
to myself, you mean?
Yeah, to yourself. Like throwing it back to yourself. Like now talking to yourself. That maybe didn't seem.
No. I mean, I think that for every ounce of success that I have today is because of a decision I made in the past that made me have to get better. So I don't think I would really say anything, and I don't even necessarily think I would tell myself to not be an electrician, because
it all comes into play.
It all comes into play now. I think that, I've said this to people before, like when it comes to outdoor automation. I am a guy that owns a landscape company and a snow removal company who's gone to school for small circuitry and analysis. was a union electrician. What do you need to know for robotic lawnmowers? Well, they're basically cell phones with wheels. Okay. So small circuit and analysis, if there's a problem with one. You need to know how to plug them in. And if you don't have a place to plug them in, how do you fix that? So we have a solar solution that we are testing right now. It was my electrical background that helps me do those load calculations. The knowing if I can plug in an outlet, knowing that if there's a parking lot with 480 volt lighting or 277 volt lighting, we can put a step down transformer and still plug in a robotic lawnmower. These are things that people that didn't have my skill set and background would not know. So no regrets at all.
Yeah, so that ties into the question too of then are there any regrets, which I guess you just answered no, but what were your biggest business failures or challenges?
So I'll come back. The only regret that I've ever felt like I've had in my life were regrets that always proved out to be non-regrettable. So for instance, for a short period of time in my life, I regretted not playing college football. But if I played college football, my favorite person in the world doesn't exist. So at the end of the day, good thing I didn't play football. I regretted getting divorced. That was a regret. But at the end of the day, had I not gotten a divorce, I don't meet Gretchen and Ray and Kevin and Brady. So, something I hope to be a little bit inspirational on with this is sometimes things happen in your life that then you might see them as a failure in the moment. But if you give time, like the time to basically play itself out, at the end of the day, it's just a stepping stone and just a point in your life, and it all passes.
So what aspect are you most passionate about with everything you're doing? Obviously, you're very passionate.
Well, here's the thing. Automating success is a podcast for a reason. The thing that I'm most passionate and excited about right now is anything that has to do with outdoor automation. You see what's in the background of us with the robotic lawnmowers, and I have a great relationship, in my opinion, with Husqvarna. They're engineers. I can kind of speak to them on a level I don't think other landscaping companies can. So, my passion right now is being the bridge between the manufacturer and other contractors and getting technology in people's hands and helping landscapers understand how to convert that, which is why I'm so passionate and excited about automated outdoor franchising. So.
Yeah. So then going along with passion, what aspect of business are you most proud of and proud of its success?
So I'm proud of all the business's success. I think any business owner that I have on the show or any business owner listening will realize that maybe I'm wrong. Speaking from my point of view, it's kind of like when you ask a parent who their favorite kid is.
For you, that's easy. You got one.
Well, I have one with stepkids, yeah. But the reality of it is, every business that I own,
they're all special to you.
Is special in their own way. Yeah. And they all tie into one core family.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about all of them. But really, right now I'm excited about the new opportunities. I think this is part of the whole serial entrepreneurial disease, I will call it, I guess, is, once I can get a business up and running, I'm proud of that. It's kind of like a parent and when their kid moves out of the house, like they miss that they're kind of running on their own, but they realize they're off on their own and they can do their own thing now. That's kind of how I am with business. So I like to get businesses. I like to grow them. I like them to grow up. I like to find people to run them. And then I want to have another one.
Yeah. So that's your vision with everything then.
So that's what it is for me. Get them to $5-6 million businesses and let somebody run them, and then start another business, get it to $5 to $6 million, and then I come back and I think of a new idea. And that's really what's happening right now. LS Tractor, I want to get that. I want to be a number one dealer for that. Husqvarna. Right now, we go between 1 and 3 in the country right now. I want to be number one all the time. So, that's kind of what's happening.
Yeah. So do you think your vision will ever change as you get older, or are you going to still have this drive to keep creating new branches?
No, I don't think it's going to change. I think that, I think people talk all the time about wanting to retire and looking forward to retirement. And honestly, at this stage of my life, retirement almost scares me. I'm someone that gets bored very easy. So don't get me wrong, take me on a vacation to a southern climate. Love it.
You just get bored here.
I just get bored here. I actually say Illinois might be the best place. I actually have said this. The reason there are so many businesses spawned from this area is because for people like me, if I'm not doing something with business, I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, there's really not that much good around here. I mean, you go to Lake Michigan, it's kind of good. But yeah, so I guess it's probably good that I don't live in Costa Rica, because I probably wouldn't do anything. I'd be like, nope, I'm done. I'm on a boogie board all day. But anyways.
What are your core values? What do you look for in the people that you hire and work with and surround yourself?
So I think that I'm honest to a fault. And why I say that is because some people don't want to
the blunt honesty
to bluntly hear what I think
you're not
of
doing
them.
Something right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't hold back. If I don't like what somebody does, I tell them. If I do like what somebody does, I tell them. But I expect that same thing. I want people that are going to be honest with me. I want honest customers. I want my employees to treat customers with respect. But on the other hand, I will fire customers for treating my employees bad. It's one of the things that I think a lot of my employees respect the most about me is I have had some customers that have treated my employees bad, and I just let the customer go. Because to me, my employees are my life. The customers, I can always find a new one. Now, there's going to be tons of business people that think that's the craziest thing they've ever heard before, but that's me. That's what it is. So honesty, integrity, loyalty. I'm a very loyal person, and I hope and I expect people to be loyal to me. I've always said I'm the nicest guy till I'm not. So, it's like, if you treat me well, I'll treat you well forever, give you a shirt off my back. But if you screw me over,
game on.
That turns into a mission to return the screwing. So,
So that being said, what do you think separates you from the competition?
Our team. I mean, our team separates us. Definitely the people, number one. Secondly, the systems we have in place to measure what we do. I think there's so many businesses out there that they think just showing up to work is the work, right? Like the hours are 8 till 5. So as long as we work from 8 till 5, we're doing our job. But that to me seems like practice, right? So like I think back to when I played football, and it's like I miss football. Like if I could go back and play football and not worry about getting hurt, I would. But I hated practice. I hated practice because first I hated running. I did not like it. Even though, ironically,
what's that?
I got pretty good at running. Probably too good at running.
What's the mile time?
Actually, 2.5 miles in 15 minutes. Okay, so you guys can do the math, break it down. Now I realize right now, 6'4", I'm about 260, 270. Maybe the camera makes me look 300. I don't know, but that's what I am. But 15-minute 2.5 mile, not too bad. But anyhow, but I hated it. I hated it for sure. But the other thing I hate about practice is you just ran through the motions. So the only part that was fun was the game. But the game was only different because we kept score. So I think to myself, okay, I have this company. How do I allow the employees to not feel like they're working for nothing or working just for a paycheck? Well, we have to keep score. We have to figure out who our top 5 people are, and our bottom 5, but we don't only have 10 people, right? So you take, out of the snow removal people, 290 people, and you set them into categories. And you say snow removal or snow plowing, salting, plowing with a front end loader, shoveling, hand salting. You take all these different categories and then you figure out top 5 and bottom 5. But the people, this, they come in for their paychecks and they want to know if they were top 5 that week. This is a differentiator. This is something that makes us different.